Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Vault Hunter series on YouTube. If you missed the stream, I'll be uploading the VOD to YouTube. We've done some stuff, and in between the stream and now, I made myself a bed, which is time to use. Most of the stream we spent trying to find chromatic iron. And that's the important thing in Vault Hunters. If you're not familiar with it, it's going to be one of the major resources for actually doing the vaults that are part of vault hunting in the first place. But in between streams, after several hours between us, several hours each, of strip mining down in the no, not actually the deep dark. I don't think we have a deep dark. The deep parts of the undergrounds. Finally managed to find some chromatic iron. I put my bunch in here. There's some sticks. That's handy. Tristan came down and helped because my pickaxe broke. I don't know where he put his, but finally. So in the next stream, we will be able to run a vault. Ooh. Okay, fine. Yep. Probably between us, we'll manage it. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about how vaults work because you'll see it in the next stream, and you can always go and look at somebody else on YouTube if you really want to know. But for now, we're gonna do some aesthetics. Let's build something. That's what we're here to do today. I don't want to do too much progression between streams when nobody else is here, and we don't want to cross any boundaries, any milestones when people aren't here. So let's build something. I've been designated this area here. This looks like Mike's road. Mike's building a road. Very good of him. He likes building, so I'll allow him to. Tristan's built a farm. Let's go and have a look. This is Tristan's area. Tristan and I are adjacent. He'll be building here. See, the weird thing is that the road is going directly through where I put my farm. It's going to go straight down there. And then Tristan gets all this infinite amount of world, and I get this section. That's fine. I'm not bitter. But yeah, Tristan over here has built... This is an iron farm. As evidence, what happens is that chap falls in there and dies a lot. And then I try and get out. That just produces iron, and is there anything else that comes out of that? Let's have a look. I think it's mostly iron, but we do have now, as a result, a rather ludicrous amount of iron. This would be a great time to have the elevators mod. And poppies. So there you go. So if you're not familiar with Vault Hunters, I will tell you at least as much as you should know that it is a modded Minecraft. I'm struggling. But you have to unlock the mods, and the way you unlock the mods is to... Nice. That's a ostentatious display of wealth right there. The way you unlock the mods is you do the vaults. And the way you unlock the vaults is you need that chromatic iron stuff. And patience and time and friends and the ability to hit stuff without dying. We'll get into the vaults, obviously, as we play through the streams. But we do have a huge amount of... I don't know if there's a huge amount, but there's many, many mods. It's not just vanilla stuff. I wonder if elevators is in here. It is. But you see, it requires the research elevators. So you can't actually make an elevator yet, or we would have done. And as we unlock more and more mods, even actually, I bet it's expensive as well. So it needs a perfect Larimar, which is made of Larimar, which is found in the thing. So it's not too expensive for an elevator, which is nice, because Iskal does like to nerf things by making them expensive as well. So it's similar to DDSS, which is the last one we played, in the amount of stuff we need to do, but it's not quite... The grind is different. The grind is in playing the vaults, which are sort of generated dungeon-type areas, rather than just waiting for machines forever. So it's an adventuring, collecting sort of game, rather than sitting around trying to make things go faster sort of game. So Mike's put down these bits of deep slate to show us where the road is going. This is the middle of the road, as you can see, which is very middle of the road. And his letters, deep slate and basalt. That's cool. So he's been building. Dig, 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 build, build, build. This is what the roads are going to look like in all four directions. Which is cool. I already like it. But see how wide it is? So where I put my farm, this was basically going straight... This line of deep slate went straight down the middle of it. It's still there. But that's Mike's job. He's doing that. Pete's over here. So Pete's building a house. This looks cool. bakery. Signpost from supplementaries. So in the previous version of Vault Hunters, if you've seen it at all, you'll know that even decorative mods were locked. But by taking decorative mods, you reduce the cost of non-decorative mods. But in this version, decorative mods are available. It's only functional mods that are not. There's a chest, there's a furnace. This kind of looks like a mine colony, sort of level 1 sort of place. Strips jungle post. Huh. Cool. So we can have a look at all the decorative things that we can use to build around here. But let's get to building our own stuff. So I'm going to go back, sort of lay out a plan of attack, I suppose. So as you can see, I have been designated a fairly dense jungle, as things go. I'm not sure I'm a fan of it necessarily, but there you go. We make do. Oops, facing the wrong way. So confusing doing that. I'm sure you get used to it over time. So I was building. I have built myself here, and here's my farm, and here's the roadways. Right, so going straight through it. This is very much the march of civilization, completely heedless of the indigenous. I was going to say species, cultures, I suppose, who were here before. You know, the spice must flow. So I've moved just onto this side of the ravine. There is a ravine that Mike's going to have to deal with. Ha 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 ha. Although he's already dealt with one over there. So I thought what we basically do is we could build up against the edge of the ravine. Sort of start a walled enclosure. Because a large... What was that noise? A large part of the problem is quite how many mobs can get in here. So a second part of the problem is this hill. So what I want to do is clear out some of this space to reduce the amount of sort of shade, the shadowy areas where the mobs can spawn at night. I've got a bed to make it not night, but it's still kind of annoying. You don't want mobs in your base. And then let's do that first and see what the hill looks like. So let's clear out some space from the crest of the hill down to the sea. And we'll see how we are after that. And we can maybe get a bit more inspiration about how to create this enclosure. Because I was thinking of a circle. Then hang on, look at this. It's going to be so weird having a circle on a hill. So maybe we can get some ideas about how to build it once we've got rid of all of this. I can't see the woods for the trees, right? That's my problem. So let's get rid of the trees and hopefully the woods. Okay, so I've cleared out a lot of this area, as you can see. I'm probably going to clear out some more, but I just... floating stuff, go away. But I wanted to sort of use this as a vantage point, because what revealed itself was... the creeper. No creeping. No creeping. The crevasse, because there's one here, of course, behind us. There's one here. Let me show you. These are cool. There's water in this one, and it goes down, and then there's an underwater cave right underneath my base. I really like this. There's not a whole lot to it, but I just like the aesthetic of it, having sort of... It goes out to the ocean as well, which is right there. So, unsurprisingly, it goes connected to the rest of the water. But I like how I'm sort of on a floating promontory of land rather than... This is a very unstable area. That's what we're saying. As evidenced by the big holes in it. But what I was looking at is... It sort of seems like it lends itself to that area there being a sort of a farmland area. And it's nice to have the beach there. It sort of separates me from the peasants, right? So I could live up here. This could be sort of a castle. Am I really going to build a castle? Probably not. But I can certainly put a house on the hill and use this crevice here, this crevasse, as a sort of a protection from creepers, if I remove the bridges. And then have a nice sort of gardens on the hill. And then down here, it just about joins together. We can clear out some of this area. This is easier because it's already quite flat, so I could put the farming and stuff here. And then maybe we wall off some of the area just to keep the riffraff out, like heat. And then we could have sort of a seafront area. Are there any... Oh, that's Mike's place, by the way. Mike built a little bit of stuff. Let's look at that later. I wonder if there's any beach... There's birch beach. Oh, okay. These are intended to be like the little beach huts that you make. Let's have a look at... funny, not funny. Towel, no. I guess you could use carpet, right? You could put little beach carpets around the place. Deck chair? Nope. Chairs? Of any type? We could probably make something work. We could have a little picnic area on the beach, for example. Yeah. Let's try building some of that. Let's try... And we can tidy this up and make it a little bit more official. You know, have an actual bridge here. There's not much room for a bridge here. Like, it's not going to be ostentatious, but we could do that. And then we can put a little house up here so that I don't get rained on. For storage as well, of course. That's quite important. And then we can move this farm down there. Yes, that seems like a good plan, and I will execute it forthwith. Stay tuned. Alrighty, job done. I have moved myself up into this tower. Let's go and have a look at it. Oh, this took a long time to build. Long time to build. It's not finished, and I'm not sure about this thatch. I thought it was cool that thatch existed. It's a very bright green. It's made out of bits of bamboo. So I made a bamboo farm, just so that I could have some stuff, and then I made it even bigger. The bamboo farm was because this stuff is made of block carpentry's frames, which are made of vanilla scaffolding, which is made of bamboo. And well, I needed more of it. There was a brief pause when I didn't quite have enough string, because it's bamboo and string, but the chaps in between that build session and this build session gave me some flax, which turns into string directly, which is great. So now I've got a string farm basically down there. Oh dear, this keeps happening. And I built this farm as well. Here's the tower from the bottom. It's a very Firewatch sort of tower. You know, the long, dark Overwatch tower thingy. And then down here, I made a little trapdoor. It's going to be all my storage, you see. So I started sort of putting this stuff around. Everything's made of jungle, jungle saplings, because jungle wood, because I had a lot of it. And I'm hoping that, you know, these vines and stuff will start to sort of give this a nice cozy aspect. By the way, if you have a look here, there's only one or two pillagers just around the corner from my house. I'm not quite sure what these... What are these? I don't know. They're disappearing. Look at that. I wonder what they are. So most of the build was this. It's a big towery thing. I did use a few experimental things actually. Like there's this timber crossbrace. I was wondering if maybe I made this out of those. It didn't look too good, but it does. It's nice to have. I left one or two in basically because it sort of lent it a little bit of difference. Oh, and these vines like to just remain for some reason. That comes from breaking trees, and sometimes when the leaves decay, the vines remain, but that's okay. And then the farm is just a simple farm, but I'll probably be reproducing this, making a couple of them down here. I subscribe to the philosophy of, if it's broke, don't fix it. So this is bigger than it's supposed to be, because I forgot how big a farm is in Minecraft, in vanilla Minecraft. So I left the frame in and fixed my mistake in another wise way. So most of my build was clearing out this place. Oh, it takes ages to clear out jungle trees. And there you go, there's the tower in all its glory. Unfortunately, I don't have any way of flying around so you can see it from above. But it's the end of this a build project. My first actual build video, because normally I give up on building halfway through, as you'll have known from the DDASS series that you will have watched. I tend to get partway through a build and go, oh, I don't know what this should look like, and stop. I'm not too happy with all the parts of it. Obviously, it's not complete on the roof here, but I started interweaving these vertical and horizontal planks. It looks okay on the floor. I did that randomly using the trowel tool, which I can't show you because I don't have one. But everything else, I've just sort of done this. It gives it some texture. I quite like this texture, where it goes from one to the other. Sort of these horizontal lines give it shading, but I'm not sure about the rest of it. And then this is weird, this door. It's a block carpentry door, but when you put jungle logs, this is stripped jungle logs I put on it, and it sort of made this glass texture on the inside, even though when you put it down, you know, by default, let's break it, I'll show you. When you just put it down, it looks like this. So you'd think, you put the log on it, and that becomes log flavour, and that becomes log flavour. But no, it does not. And where's my other one? You avoided it. But it looks okay. And I wish we had connected glass, but we don't have connected glass. So this has to be individual glass blocks. I toyed with the idea in English. I toyed with the idea of doing glass panes, but A, I had already put them down and then remembered that was an option, and B, couldn't really be bothered. So maybe I'll take them down and put them back at some point, but now that I've put these in, it would be a waste of glass because I can't pick it up again. Well, thanks for watching. This has been my first build showcase of ever, because normally I don't finish them. This one actually isn't finished, of course, but I will get round to it. I just need more bamboo. Bamboo grow. It's growing really fast. So maybe when you come to see us on stream, 7:30 Fridays GMT, this will be finished. But until then, and until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you.